Yo, it's me, Landon. I'm Landon. And as you can see, we got a slight production studio upgrade. The production studio being, of course, my living room. The upgrade being I literally put a dynamic gradient wallpaper on the TV behind me. Anyways, in between the last video and now, I added probably over 100 items to that list of how to become a man. So this guy's literally putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers. We are doing our best out here to be cooking, but as you know, it ain't easy being breezy. Do I feel 26? No, because I am a late bloomer. I'm definitely a late bloomer. But I'm also kind of an old soul, so I guess they cancel each other out. Anyways, back to business. I got some comments that it's incredibly misleading to have a channel called Landon Cooks without actually showing Landon cooking, so I mean, technically I am cooking. I don't know what to say, man. Like, maybe you can watch me meal prep or something. I'm trying to get big and it's my secret weapon. It's so secret I haven't even figured out how to use it. But once I do, I'll become big. I'll become big for sure. You've seen those TikToks about living by yourself, right? Sometimes I look in her eyes and that's where I find the glimpse of us. Nowadays, you can't even listen to Joji without people thinking you're sad as fuck. I was listening to Joji before I even learned what a sad boy was. Trust me, being single hits different when you're in a relationship. Alright, back to business. I know I said that last time, but I mean it this time. Like, that's enough cooking for the rest of this year. We got a lot of things to do. We got some more items to cross off the list. So, come to think of it, there aren't that many things in this world that I'm afraid of, except spiders, double texting, heights. So, of course, the most logical next step is to jump out of a plane. So let's go jump out of a plane. But we're gonna do it in Hawaii because I've never been to Hawaii and it seems to be a place that I'd really enjoy going. And if I'm going skydive, like just in case, you know, anyways, let's go. Gone away, your good loving your time. Okay, got your tongue, girl, say what's on your mind. Was this before we... Alright, so we're packing for Hawaii, which is cool. We are about to head to Hawaii. I'm still scared thinking about jumping out of a plane, but the alternatives were killing a spider or double texting. Pretty easy choice. Killing spiders is bad luck, and I'm not double texting. I have infinite pride, negative Riz. Pride, Riz. I hope that's an option. First song is always very important. Picked up the car, drove to the place, remembered I was an idiot. We forgot to pack underwear. Walking to get underwear. Y'all want to know something? When guys haven't run laundry in a while and are out of clean boxers, they'll fish out old boxers and sniff them and find the least foul smelling one and turn it inside out and wear that pair for the day. And it's good as new, baby. You can ask literally any guy if they've done this before. They'll all say yes. If they say no, they're a pathological liar. But I've never done this though. That's nasty. And I don't need to because I have clean boxers now. And I can go out and do things, like hike to see the tide pools. And on that hike, I was proud of myself for not fucking with any rocks. Because rocks are a big superstition there, and I wanted to chuck all the big ones over the cliff. But really, if it was gonna be my last day on Earth, I should have just fucked around and found out. Like, I should have just found the biggest rock I could and hurled that thing over the edge. I should have turned up and slept in, but I had to see my last sunrise. I know everyone has their own definition of turning up. For example, there's always that one old dude on every hike I've ever been on turning up, just absolutely moving it on that hike. And I don't know why they always appear every time I go on a hike, but it's okay. Like, we all go at our own pace. I only move that fast when I'm running away from my problems. Get to the top and realize that my camera roll, which is already 80% sunsets and sunrises, could use a couple more of the same exact photos, which I'll never end up deleting. And yeah, I could probably clear up a shit ton of space on my phone, but the only time I actually look through my camera roll in depth is when I'm on a flight and they have no Wi-Fi, and I'm bored out of my mind, and I have nothing else to do. God forbid I get a dog because there's gonna be no iCloud plan big enough for the amount of storage that I'm gonna need. Phone storage is always on life support. I don't even take pictures of food, it's just sunsets and sunrises. I should probably go back and delete some of those photos, or I can probably get a close-up view of the real thing because it's judgment time. This is me before skydiving.
Alright, welcome to Pacific Skydiving. We're about to go skydiving. You ready to fly? You excited?
I'm ready to go.
Alright, buddy, let's have
I'm ready to go home, man. I'm I'm ready to go home. That's what I really want to say. But that sounded a lot harder. And I'm hard. I'm hard as fuck, bro. I didn't know you sit backwards in these planes, so as soon as the plane started taking off, and since I'm sitting at the back of the plane, when they opened the hatch, I realized I was the first motherfucker off that plane, which is really great to know because now the entire time the plane is climbing and gaining altitude, I'm thinking about how I'm gonna be the first one off the plane and everyone's gonna watch and critique my form. And since I know everyone's watching, like, of course I wanna have perfect form. Show them I was paying attention, show them how to do it, show them how hard I am. Alright, now it's bombs away because we're packing this bomb-ass dump truck. And as we know, pride cometh before the fall. Of course, sent a text to my mom right before I boarded the plane telling her what I was about to do. Sent her a picture with no explanation a couple hours later. And as you know, I was bubble wrapped as a kid, so we're just popping some of those bubbles right now. Also, the skydiving instructor I was paired with was a fiend. Like, this dude had zero fear, zero emotion. He was just spinning like a maniac. I was gonna hurl on my way down. He was also telling me about his dreams of going to flight school after he was done being an instructor, and I wasn't really paying attention because I was trying not to pass out on the way up. And I was like, you know what, man? I really hope you get to see them through, because that means we're both back on the ground, and I get to see mine through. And so after all that, we did it.
He's back! Alright, buddy, welcome back.
Hey!
How was that?
We closed 2022 jumping out of a plane.
That's right,
We're
buddy.
gonna start 2023 jumping into some DMs. Oh baby!
Oh, yeah.
Let's go!
Alright, there we go.
Woo, okay. This is me after skydiving. Certificate. I didn't really get a lot of certificates as a kid growing up, so it was nice to add one to the collection. And it was nice to know that I would get to see the new year. Because for a moment, it felt like it was actually in jeopardy. And just as it struck midnight, pulled out the drone and got to see the greatest show of illegal fireworks I've ever seen. I try to stay away from DIY fireworks. I just think of Jason Pierre-Paul.
I already told you. The girls that get it, get it. The girls that don't.
And I'd rather keep all of my fingers if I had the choice. I need them to craft messages, jump into DMs, shoot my shot. I'm like Westbrook, man.
Westbrook for the mid. Oh my God! Wow. Air fake.
Fuck it.